Hello, I am Dr. Claire Monroe, a men's vitality and lifestyle medicine specialist. Most men over 40 assume that appealing to a younger woman requires hiding their age, completely unaware that female biology actively seeks out specific physical markers of mature, rugged experience. Today, we are breaking down the 5 rugged details a younger woman secretly craves in an older man. Stay with me until the 5th one, because men spend thousands of dollars trying to erase this exact feature, while evolutionary psychology proves it is a powerful, unconscious trigger for female attraction and respect. I have pointed over 200 men toward a specific protocol to ensure their internal health matches their outward maturity. The results have been consistent enough that I keep the link in the pinned comment for anyone who asks. Take a look before we continue. When men find themselves interested in a younger woman, the immediate instinct is almost always to overcompensate. You might have tried adopting younger fashion trends, obsessing over losing every single sign of aging, or trying to artificially match the frantic, ungrounded energy of guys in their 20s. When these efforts feel unnatural and inevitably fall flat, it is incredibly easy to retreat and assume you are simply past your prime. I need you to understand that trying to look and act like a 25-year-old is the fastest way to become entirely invisible to her. Women do not want an older man who is pretending to be young. They are biologically wired to desire the physical evidence of a man who has lived, survived, and built a solid foundation. You are not losing your appeal. You are simply misunderstanding what makes mature masculinity magnetic. And that is exactly what this video is about. The first rugged detail is forearm vascularity and physical density. In behavioral biology, a man with visible veins on his forearms and hands, combined with a solid, grounded physical frame, signals manual competence and survivability. It tells her unconscious mind that you are capable of interacting with the physical world effectively. This is not about having the inflated muscles of a bodybuilder. It is about the dense, functional muscle mass that comes from years of practical use. The second detail is the resonance and deliberate pacing of your voice. Over decades of androgen exposure, specifically the interaction between testosterone and the androgen receptors in your vocal folds, a man's vocal cords naturally thicken. This creates a deeper, more resonant timbre that younger men simply cannot replicate. But the real attraction lies in the pacing. Younger men speak quickly, driven by anxiety and a desperate need to prove themselves. A mature man with a slow, resonant voice demonstrates a deeply regulated nervous system. The third trait is the silver or salt and pepper hair effect. While men often panic at the sight of their first gray hairs, evolutionary psychology refers to this as the silverback phenomenon. In the primate world, the silverback is the unquestioned leader of the troop, possessing the most experience, emotional stability, and resources. To a younger woman, natural graying is an unconscious biological indicator of genetic resilience and social authority. It proves you have the genetic hardiness to reach maturity. The fourth detail is deliberate, unhurried physical movement. True ruggedness is not just about how you look. It is about how you physically move through space. A man who moves with calm, heavy purpose, without reacting sharply to sudden noises, minor inconveniences, or external chaos, signals absolute environmental control. Her nervous system is constantly looking for a safe harbor. When your movements are steady and unhurried, her biological response is to instantly relax in your presence. The fifth detail is the presence of deep, experiential facial lines, specifically around the eyes and brow. This is the one men desperately try to fix. But crow's feet and subtle frown lines are proof of a behavioral history. They show you have spent years focusing, building, smiling, and experiencing the full spectrum of life. A perfectly smooth, artificially frozen face on an older man looks uncanny to a woman's biological radar. She wants the map of a life well lived, not a blank canvas. However, projecting this rugged capability is biologically impossible if your internal engine is actively failing. True ruggedness relies entirely on mitochondrial health and cellular energy. If your cells are not producing ATP efficiently due to age-related decline, your posture will subconsciously collapse. Your voice will lose its deep resonance, and your vascularity will disappear under a layer of lethargy. A man only looks rugged and capable when his internal cellular vitality matches his outward physical experience. We have just decoded the biological power behind forearm vascularity, vocal resonance, the silverback effect, deliberate movement, and experiential facial lines. The female brain is wired to respect the miles on the odometer, provided the engine beneath the hood is still roaring with vitality. For years, you might have felt insecure about the aging process because society convinced you that youth was the only valuable currency. Now, you have information most men will never have. Use it. Tell me in the comments, which of these rugged traits do you naturally possess, and have you ever tried to hide them? If you are ready to feel the internal difference and restore the cellular energy required to back up that physical presence, what I left in the pinned comment is your next step. Review it carefully when you are ready.